They're coming in the tens of thousands to the most important wildlife conservation areas in northern Kenya. For several months, more than 100,000 cattle, goats and sheep have been led by their herders to Laikipia's vast private ranches and farms. The herders say it's drought, now declared a national disaster by the government, that has brought them here. It has taken 2 weeks for Girare Gerello to walk his animals from his village to this ranch, but now he says he has to move on. There's no grass here. I'm now heading to the other ranches, and then after maybe the Mount Kenya region, where I'm told there's pasture, he tells me. One of the most affected is MUGIE Ranch. At the height of the invasion, herders cut through fences, driving more than 30,000 cattle in.
The cattle have come from all over Kenya, and now they're coming and moving into these places where can't sustain this. There's no doubt. You do this year in and year out. It's within 2 years, 2-3 years, there'll be nothing here.
Several tourist lodges have been shut down and dozens of wild animals killed, possibly by herders for food and rituals or poachers taking advantage of the situation. This elephant was killed 3 days ago, and there are several other carcasses across the ranch. Earlier today, we also saw a baby elephant whose mother was recently killed. He was airlifted to a sanctuary that's not far from here, but we were not allowed to film that by wildlife officials. A complex mix of political and security reasons is making many here wary of outsiders and journalists. Some ranchers believe politicians are inciting local communities to invade in exchange for votes in this year's elections. Community elders we talked to say there's nothing political about their hunt for grass and water.
There's no politics. Problems are driving our herders to those ranches. They are not violent. They just have no choice but to be there.
Most of the herders have come from faraway villages, such as this one. They say they can't stay home and watch their animals die of starvation and thirst. Their families are not faring any better. These women told us they're running out of food and water, and they all have to do whatever they can to survive. Catherine Soy, Al Jazeera, Laikipia, northern Kenya.